It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Indianapolis Colts. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Throw taken in by Taylor, left side. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. From the gun on third, Garoppolo. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to have the Colts first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. The Colts at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they coming on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. There's Garoppolo to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
Here we go.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
One Omaha.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Here we go. 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Here we go.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
11.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you. There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
13. 1, Omaha. 10.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Hey, come on.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Looking for Pearson, he's got him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. And that is off the left upright. It's no good. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 27, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
Here we go.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Garoppolo. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a 1st down.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. It comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the 1st down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Go ahead, go ahead.
A give for Taylor running right side. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Here we go.
6-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. This pass caught. It's Woods. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the gun, it's Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run once more with Taylor. And this time not as successful, as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll be in search of their initial points in the contest, trailing 9-0 as they begin with a 1st down. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And that play is blown up. Losing yardage back at the 35. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes I think these defensive tackles get a little bit of a bum rap. We just see them as big guys that eat up blockers for others to make tackles. Oftentimes they're quicker than they get credit for. And this time he uses quickness to make a play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. In motion left goes Jones. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Darian Kendrick able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They tried to make something happen, but that one came up incomplete and really wasn't a good-looking throw.
Yeah, maybe even go as far as to call that a little ill-advised.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's the right phrase for it. Definitely ill-advised. Just wonder about his mechanics right now, and that's the tough part. You do so much stuff in practice to make it repetitive, but it has to repeat under pressure, whether it's pressure from the defense or just the pressure of playing the game.
Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Good footwork at the 30. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Lawrence. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And able to work his way down to the 16. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have got it back to within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Woods. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A very solid gain of 27.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Here we go, here we go.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Here we go. 6.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Woods. Touchdown, Colts. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Colts would extend their lead here just before halftime. This time, the extra point up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And now Not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Draw play, ETN. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll get that underneath ETN, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on 2nd down, Lawrence. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
He's brought down to the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Still 9 remaining on 2nd down. And they'll go again with ETN. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's ETN. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. This a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the deficit trimmed to 6 now. It's 16-10. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. And let's get the ball back for us.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Here we go.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Able to find his man, Woods. And he is going to have the Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well. With that last effort, he topples the 5,000-yard mark for his career.
And that doesn't place you among the absolute greats that have ever played the game, but it's a significant achievement and a very, very solid career.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
11.
Again, it's Taylor. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go. Three quarters in the books.
Here we go, here we go.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
Opposite.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And that pretty much has been the storyline, Charles. This defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration that's settling in now. And it's probably been there for a long time. But now it's evident because you can see it in their faces, you can see it in their body language, maybe even a little bit in that play call that ended up maybe closing them out.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas.
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Andre Sisco, and the Jags are right back in this football game. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now Lawrence on first down. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Here's Lawrence again. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Lawrence going to throw again. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. But probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him. One of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well. And if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Again, it's Lawrence. Man open, here is Jones. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 33. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. They'll run with ETN. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Lawrence on the sneak.
Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
On the double.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
You know, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction. So when you take a look at teams on the march, they're in the red zone. Then after the interception, and it took a touchdown-saving tackle to keep them from going all the way.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 68 yards on the ground for him so far. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Lawrence picked off by his 2020 Clemson teammate, Darian Kendrick. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on. And maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride.
Looking end zone, and he's got his man. It's Woods. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Colts have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. The previous run good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Another tote for Etienne. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them in just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Colts, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they'll have another home date next week as the Carolina Panthers come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. it.